I posted a video the other day about this house, like today, that the way these people build houses, they don't build them to last. Well, on the contrary, then I started seeing Larry Haun. 1992. He's a builder, and it looks like he knows what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? So check out Larry Haun. This is from 1992, and I think we need to bring these practices back, and the hell with the new stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go back to the old ways of building. That way we know it's done right, you know what I'm saying? Check out Larry Haun. There's going to be a couple more parts because it's a long video. But yeah, I think people would appreciate this more than they would that matchsticks just fall over with a gust of wind, you know?
Legendary Larry Haun. How to build the floors and stairs for a house. Larry produced this video in 1992.
Come on a job, looks like this. It's clean. It's going to be a safe place to work. Any contractor that leaves a job looking like this has to be proud of their work. So we can be pretty sure that this foundation for the crawl space is square and level. And as carpenters, that's our responsibility to check that. Then we're going to put down our mud sill. If this gets done properly, the entire framing process is going to go a lot easier. So we'll begin by Joe and I checking this building for square. You pull out 6 foot, I'll pull out 8 foot. We're using a standard 6, 8, and 10 check to make sure the block layers left us with a 90-degree corner. Now if they didn't, we'll have to adjust the sill in or out a bit to compensate. Looks great, Joe. It's right on 10 foot. Let's check the diagonal, see if we're square clear across the building. This is your best check for the squareness of an entire building. What you're hoping for is that your diagonals are close to the same length. Right on the money. This building's square. Finally, we check the building for parallel. We want close to the same width on each end. 1/8 inch off. That's good. Some of these foundation bolts are bent. It's no problem. Take a hunk of 3/4 pipe and straighten them up. Well, it's time to scatter all of our 2x6 sill around the perimeter of the building. It's a treated sill, so it resists dry rot and it really discourages termites. And once all the sills are scattered, we can cut them to length. That's it. Looking good? So, time to cut all our sills. A good, efficient carpenter doesn't always have to use a measuring tape and a square to get the work done. Let's take a look how that goes. First of all, we sight down this concrete foundation. Get our board marked for length. We mark it with a saw cut. We pull the board out a bit. The next step is important. How do we cut square without a square? Well, simple. Line the saw table up with the edge of the board and make the cut. Shove this piece of sill back out of the way and take a block of the same material and position it flush with the outside of the foundation. Then we can bring up this piece of sill and cut it to length again without using a measuring tape. Safety is part of being a good carpenter. Wear gloves when you're handling this treated wood. And wear safety glasses, earplugs, and keep that saw guard down. The next thing we do is mark the bolt hole locations on all the sills. Just align the board flush with the blocks. Okay, looking good. I'll mark the first one here. And then we just tap down with our hammer directly over each bolt. That leaves a mark that we can use for drilling our holes. We use a heavy-duty drill motor and a good sharp auger bit to drill our holes. We drill at least an 1/8 inch larger than the diameter of our bolts. To help keep out the cold, we put down a fiberglass sill sealer. You can also buy one that's made out of foam. Check your plans and the local code to see what's used in your area. Now the sills go down. Joe puts washers and nuts on the bolts, and I like to tighten them down with an impact wrench. That's a lot faster than a socket or crescent wrench.